Hello, Laura.
Hello, darling.
I shall be home in 10 minutes. Is dinner nearly ready?
Not nearly, but in 10 minutes it will be.
Well, the reality, of course, is that the progress towards a true video phone has been painfully slow. We've reported on them more than once. But here's a system that finally seems to be getting quite a lot closer. The problems for the engineers have been enormous. When you consider that to get this picture to you, we're creating over 3 million bits of information and sending them 25 times per second, and that makes over 80 million bits per second. And the poor old telephone line can only carry a mere 64,000 a second. So to send this picture, I'd need well over 1,000 separate lines. To use fewer lines, you'd need to cut down drastically on the volume of information you send. And this system achieves that, first of all, by sending only 7 pictures per second, and then only sending the information when the picture changes. Now then, I'll show you how that works. This is the camera that's looking at me, and if you imagine that the picture's divided up into blocks like that, and inside each block there are 64 tiny picture elements. And what happens here is that the details in each block are only sent when the picture changes. Now then, if I move and come to rest, you should hopefully see those blocks appearing on the screen. And if I'm perfectly still, and now the only thing that's moving is my mouth, so the only information that needs to be sent is from the blocks surrounding my mouth. If I change the picture, then it only takes a couple of seconds for the whole thing to be rebuilt. Well, this system so much reduces the information sent each second that a quite acceptable picture can be squeezed down just one telephone line. But before you get too excited, although the wires exist, the digital equipment needed in the telephone exchanges for a dial-up network won't be available for 3 or 4 years. But now, I'm going to route the very first video phone call in the country through to Portsmouth, where Maggie's waiting.
Hello there, Howard.
Hello, Maggie.
I love your shirt.
Oh, thank you. I like yours too. What are you doing in Portsmouth?
Now then, if you had bothered to read next week's copy of the Radio Times, you would know that I'm in St Mary's Hospital, one of the hospitals that we're going to be covering for Hospital Watch next week.
Are you the one in the middle on this photograph?
No, seriously, Howard. I watched my first birth this afternoon.
Oh, really?
It was absolutely fantastic, a really emotional occasion. Wonderful.
Sounds fantastic. Nice to see you, Maggie, and to talk to you.
Right. Well, hope to see you next week then.
All right, see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Well, now we're off outside to see how preparations are going for the BBC's newest stuntman.